Yo, growing up, I often heard scripture misquoted. It was Romans 8:28. What we would say was,
And we know that all things work together for the good of them that love God and are called according to his purpose.
but if you go back and really look at the scripture, it says, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are the called according to his purpose. And it doesn't seem like a big deal, it doesn't. But if you pay attention to those words that we inserted, it makes a very big difference in the meaning of a thing. If you go off how we would say it growing up, it puts the power in our hands to determine what that good looks like and how we should be able to get there. If you read it how the scripture says it, it talks about an absolute good. And in that absolute good, the only person that can determine what that is and how to get there is God himself. What makes that so important is because it makes us face the fact that we don't really like to talk about. That is, sometimes God's absolute good means or requires us to go through a process that doesn't feel good. This process doesn't always mean we'll be comfortable. God's process doesn't always mean we'll go through without pain, that we don't have to experience any type of pressure. But if we submit to that process and we really endure it, then we'll actually be able to experience the benefit. In Psalms 119, David talks about how it was good that he was afflicted, that he may learn thy statutes, talking about God. So basically he's talking about, yeah, I was uncomfortable. Yeah, I went through pain. Yeah, I had to go through this process and I felt this pressure. But at the end of it, I was able to learn your standards. I was able to learn your way. I was able to understand your mind better than what I initially came in with. And that's a beautiful thing. That's the biggest benefit. How do you get through it? Lean on scriptures like Proverbs 3, verses 5 and 6, where it talks about trusting the Lord with all thine heart. Lean not to your own understanding. You're not going to be able to understand it sometimes. In all thy ways acknowledge him and he'll direct your path. And in that path, sometimes it'll take you through an uncomfortable route. But guess what? In the end, you will always get to the destination that he's planned for you, and you'll always be grateful for it if you go through the process.